Hey, hello, it's Ranjan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I will talk about object detection algorithm. And this would be first video of object detection playlist. And as of now, these days, object detection algorithms is getting used extensively in every field now. And we can detect almost any object or from the given image or video or real-time movements, and we can detect any type of the object to the very minute details such as brand name of the car or a logo on the car, or we can detect anything. And the interesting thing is that there are many pre-trained models which are available in the internet, so we don't need to train each and every category of the object, and that model we can use by some lines of code. And I would be showing you each and everything in this playlist, and it's all possible due to the deep learning or the availability of the computation resources as of now. And I will be showing this implementation of such object detection in my third or fourth video. So in this video I will go through the foundation of the object detection, the basics of the object detection. I will be showing you what is the difference between traditional object detection which we used earlier like 5 or 6 years back, and now what we are using now these days, and what are the different stages in the object detection, how we trained, and what are the some known state of the art models or pre-trained model that we are using, or we can say transfer learning. I will be show you some models and what are the known data sets on which these pre-trained models are trained on, and how we evaluate performance, whether our model is detecting fine or not. And if you already know about the bit 10 pieces and every basic of the object detection, you may skip this video. I will be uploading another video for you guys in 2 or 3 days. You may refer that video for more advanced object detection. So let's start this video. And one more thing, if you don't know about the deep learning, if you don't know about the deep learning, just have a look on these videos that I have uploaded for deep learning. So in this playlist, I have uploaded what is deep learning, how it works, and what are the neural network, what are the types of the neural network. And second important thing, you should know about CNN, because object detection works on these two pillars, CNN and deep learning. So let's start this video without wasting any further time. So what is image processing? What we can do with the image processing by processing image? First of all, we can classify the image, whether the given image is of which type. Suppose we can classify this image is cat, this is dog. So this is the first thing that we can do with image processing. So it's very easy in case of deep learning or machine learning, because it is just to classify. It's the case of only two images. It would be very quick to train on these 2 or 3 or 4 images, but so it can detect. We will give some images of the cat and model will detect, yeah, this type of the images similar to the cat, so this is cat. And second important thing is object classification and localization. So what is localization? If you will see in this image, it's there would be more background, but we have to detect in which part of the image our object is. So this red line is localization, because if you will see, there is no cat, there is no cat, so this image is getting localized. So this is object classification and localization. So this is the type of a object detection. We can't say in this is a detecting a dog. It is classifying this image into dog, but it is not detecting where the dog is, because dog is here. So this is bounding box. If you have seen in this image, you would be seeing a bounding box. So this is a bounding box, and here we have a percentage. This percentage confidence score. So this is object detection. It is not classification, because it is detecting every object and it is localizing that object. So here it's the same. So this is object classification and localization. And third thing is, when we have a multiple objects in a single image, so we have to detect each and every object, and we have to localize that object in which part of the image we have a object. So if you will see here, we have dog, cat, and duck. So it has localized that frame. So here we have dog, here we have cat, here we have another cat, and here we have duck. So it has been classified and localized, and we have multiple objects. So these are the three important things that we can do with image processing. And it's not about only image processing, we can do with video processing. In the real-time video, or we have a downloaded video, we can run the model on our video and it will detect which type of object it is. So earlier, what object detection we are using, because earlier we don't had much GPU resources and computational resources. So we were not using deep learning. We was using machine learning at that time. So earlier the pipeline of the traditional object detection models has been divided into three stages. So first stage was information region selection. Informative region selection was that suppose we have a different objects in any position of the image. So we have image and we have different objects and in different region in the given image, and it could be having different size. Suppose here is a small dog, here is a big dog, and here a image of dog is there, and it could be different aspect ratio or different size. So we have to scan the whole image with a multi-scale sliding window. So earlier we were using a sliding window. I will show you. In first stage we were using sliding window. So how was that? So suppose this is a window and we have selected this side of the window. So what we will do, we will slide this window to next level here, and it will be so here my window has been slided to the right. In the next level it would be slided to this level. So we have to slide over windows to complete image, but this would be very exhaustive strategy to find out all the possible positions of the object, because what we are doing, we are capturing each and every part of the image by sliding. So obviously it will take computational resources. It would be very exhaustive because it would be having a large number of windows. If we can do some customization, we can select fixed number of windows, but if we are selecting some fixed number of windows, suppose we have an image and we are selecting only 6 windows, so that would give us unsatisfactory regions because we may miss some more important regions. And once we have the selected some regions here, then we apply feature extraction. And as of now, these days we are using CNN to do feature extraction, but at that time we were not using CNN. So what we are doing, we were manually extracting features. So we have to recognize different objects that we have captured here. We need to extract visual features from the image, which will provide a semantic and robust representation that object is this. But due to the diversity, there are many appearance, illuminations, lighting conditions or background, it was very difficult to design a robust model. And once we have a feature, whether we were extracting manually or automatically by computer, then we were applying classification. So classification was that logistic regression, or it could be support vector machine, or would be AdaBoost, adaptive boosting. So this was complete machine learning. In this classification we were doing machine learning. And the example of the traditional object detection, we have already seen HAR features. I have uploaded one video of computer vision using HAR cascade features. If you have not watched this video, you can watch this video. Here's a link. And we have histogram of oriented gradients. I will show you. So this was a histogram of gradient orientation. What we are doing, suppose we have this image and we are applying histogram of gradient orientation, and we are detecting some graphical representation. So in this graph you will see like this is representing a human like structure, so it will detect this is a human. So now I will show you what object detection that we are using now. So basically we have two types of object detection as of now these days. First is region proposal based. In this, if you will see, we have RCNN, faster RCNN, fast RCNN, and FCN, FPN, or mask RCNN. So these all type of region proposal based, and this is regression classification based, multi-box attention net, YOLO, SSD. This type has three stages, and it would be of one stage. It would be of single step. It would be done in single step. So first we will talk about region proposal based frameworks. In this we have three things. First is region proposal generation. Second is feature extraction with CNN. And third thing, classification and bounding box regression. If you will see, it is pretty same as we do in traditional object detection. But in this, we are using region proposal generation instead of information region selection, in which we were using sliding window. But in this, we are not using sliding window. And in second step, in that we were using feature extraction with machine learning. But in this, we are using feature extraction with CNN. If you don't know about the CNN, you may watch this video. I have uploaded a video with a clearly explanation of CNN. So basically, CNN is a convolution neural network, and it's a neural network that has a special layer which is convolution layer or some pooling layers. And third is classification and bounding box regression. So bounding box I have already shown you in the first video, a video with a object detection in which we have a green color box. We say that as a bounding box. I will be showing you further videos. So regression, because it will calculate the exact plot of the bounding box, and classification, it will classify which type of category it is. So, and these three models usually trained separately. We have to separately train these three models. So basically it has three models. So first I will tell you what is region proposal generation. These types of algorithm adopt selective search. Selective search is a very important term because in selective search what it will do, suppose we have this type of image, it will divide this image into segment. Now this image is having a number of segments. Every block is a separate region. So we are just generating a region here. So basically selective search method, it's algorithm that relies on simple bottom up grouping. So next would be feature extraction. So feature extraction is to just collect the features, and that features we will provide to our last layer as we do in CNN. So in this stage, each region that we have generated here, it would be cropped into fixed resolution. So just to extract the important features. So next we would be having a classification. So classification, in this we will be using some classification algorithm because we would be having some pre-trained category. So we would use linear support vector machine, or we can use adaptive boosting for classification. So I will be showing you all these things in my next slides. So now we have regression classification based framework. If you will see in this framework, we were training three separate models. So basically it would be more time taking, so efforts would be more, and the time spent in the handling different components, it would be become the bottleneck in real time application, because real time application should be very quick. So that's why we have designed in a framework which would be completed in one step only, and it would be based on global regression and classification. What it will do, it will just map straightly from the image pixels to bounding box coordinates and class probability. So it will reduce the time it is taking. So basically it has combined all three things in one step only. So what it will do, it will just map straightly from the image pixel, these are the pixel, and it will just convert to into bounding box. And we have two significant frameworks which we are using as of now. One is YOLO, you only look once, because it would be in one step, and second is single shot detector. So in this video, at this point, I have covered how was object detection earlier when there was no deep learning, and how object detection is now, and how it detects object. In the next video, I will show you couple of pre-trained models, how they works, and then we will discuss some known dataset on which pre-trained models are trained on. Then we will see some annotations tools, then we will see application. So that's all in this video. So I believe you are interested to see more explanation about this topic. So if yes, let me know by posting the comment. I am giving my 100% to explain this topic. Do let me know if I'm lacking somewhere or I'm missing something. To support my channel by subscribing this, and hit a like button on this video if you think it's really helping you. So see you all in the next video. Till then, goodbye, enjoy, happy learning, keep rocking.